folks, welcome back to the Jetcast channel. So finally I've managed to get some live bait. I've came out quite early this morning and I've got some live bait on the bait reefs, and the last two trips it's been pretty slim pickings there for any bait, and being this time of year where we get mackerel and wahoo and those sort of pelagic fish, the live bait always works best for me, followed by some of the dead baits, swimming dead baits using things like reaper rigs and sometimes some of the little shallow diving lures going fast. But I've got some live bait, I'm going to try that in. Looking at the sounder, when I just pulled up, there's a few lines around looking like there might be some nice mackerel around. My fingers crossed, I'm looking for that elusive Spanish mackerel. My last 3 trips have been a bit of a disaster where I've managed to hook fish up but lost them. But that's 2 trips in a row where I've had fish on, but every time something happens, whether it be I break a line, boat runs over my line, or in many cases I've been sharked. There's a hell of a lot of sharks around at the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Stick around and I'll show you the action from today. Very careful. The water's a bit dirty. I'm worried it's a shark actually, but it's got a bit of weight on it. Can't see it because the water's very dirty at the moment. Come on, up. Water's dirty, isn't it? That's why I worry it's a shark. If it wasn't a shark, it's been sharked now. It's not a mackerel. Jeez, I hate sharks. He must be getting close. There's my leader. About 3 or 4 meters a leader. There it is. What type of shark are you? Looking big. Oh, that or a side. Oh, you're kidding. It's a Spanish that's been foul hooked.
Oh, wow.
You're kidding. Jeez, it's about 1:30. Oh, that was a surprise. There you go. All along I thought it was a shark because it was like a dead weight, but it was sort of foul hooked, and the hooks must have come out and got him in the side. Well, there's my one. Have a look at that. It was foul hooked in the side. No wonder it fought like a shark. It's got 2 hooks in it, one sort of below the little fin down the back there and one up the front. Oh. Actually, it's just the one in. It's broken the back hook off. There you go. Good old bait hook got him. He might have broken the wire to the rear hook, and then luckily this hook's come along and foul hooked him. Oh man. Man, oh man. He's a biggie. Okay. Can I pick this beast up? How big was he? I think he was 130. Yeah, he's gone. Actually, a little bit bigger. Well, if you were to measure to the right there to the tail, he's about 140. That's the biggest one I've had for a little while out here. And I was very lucky to get that. Oh, jeez, he's heavy. It's very heavy too. So, I'll have to pick him up with 2 hands. There we go. That is, oh man, she's a beauty. That is a beauty. Wow, that was a surprise. After, definitely it felt like a shark. Our snapper spot first, on the way, which is on the way anyway. We'll just see, hey? Okay. Not much current. Doesn't feel very big. Must be a small one, hey? Small at the moment. Any size legal one's good though. It's a Mahi. Baby. Unbelievable. might be legal. I like to cover their eyes. That stops them jumping around too much. Just see, he's sort of on the edge of size. Oh yeah, he's legal. He's legal. She's circle hooks. Where's the big ones? Well, nothing much is happening here. It's pretty slow. We might head up to our deep water fishing reef and see if we can catch some fish there, I think. Yeah, so while we're going to head up to our reef spot now. The water's so nice and blue though, so I'm going to troll again up there. It's about 5 kilometers from here, whatever that is in miles, 3 miles, and I think I'll troll up. Sorry, dirty great shark under us again. So I'm putting one back about 60-70 meters and one a little bit closer, 40 meters. And the water's just so beautiful and blue today, so it just seems ideal to troll whenever we're going anywhere. You might pick up a who, a marlin. It's that time of day. The water temperature is over 26 degrees, so it's ideal. Just going to try to lure up the fish with our little spread of 2. 2 lures. That's my spread. Going on here? Nothing, it's alright. That'll do for now. And I'll adjust as I go. Let's start trolling. Okay, so we've got up to our fishing spot and there's a reasonable amount of bait on the bottom here, so I thought I might start by jigging a little bit and see if we can attract anything larger. There's quite a few fish on the sounder here. Try a couple of different techniques and see if we can attract any fish. I've got a 120 gram jig on here in the moment. We're in 85 meters. I've just moved off the bait a little bit here, so I might reposition. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's a good one. Oh, what's this? Oh. It's a bit tunerish. It's a bit tunerish. Oh, busted me off. So those of you who are new to the channel, I do a lot of float lining for snapper, which basically means getting a humble pilchard and wafting it down slowly through the water column when there's a lot of fish around. So what I do is just put either a 2-hook or a 3-hook rig, ganged rig. These are, what I've got here is a triple hook sort of ganged hook that you could buy off the shelf. Off the shelf makes it easier than rigging it up yourself, but then you just try to rig it reasonably straight so that the fish is sitting reasonably straight down, and that's it. Just waft it over, like, you know, I'm looking in the sounder now, but there's a hell of a lot of fish under us at the moment. Normally what I'm doing too is I'm trying to hover over the bait so I know it's when it's getting close to the bottom. So effectively I'm circling the ski around the line, making sure it's fairly vertical. Some people just let it waft out, that's fine too, but it's quite deep here and you'll never know if it's going to hit the bottom or not. Alright, so the line's still wafting down, and what will happen if a fish grabs that wafting bait, the little spool here on my overhead here will just start accelerating, and you'll know you've got a fish on. It'll pick up the bait and run, probably to get away from other fish. So I've got my thumb sort of close to the spool here, making sure I don't get any backlash, you know, when it pulls and the spool goes fast. And you can also, if you're not paying attention, you'll feel when the line starts going really fast if a fish has grabbed it. So I love to use overheads, whether they be, this is sort of like a jigging outfit. I've also used my Oshi jigger for doing this because it just spools the line off really smoothly. So much easier than using a spinning reel for this. And when you're dropping it down, if you've got multicolored braid, first time you do it down, just keep an eye on the colour of the braid when it hits the bottom or when the fish grabs it, and get an idea of when to pay attention. I'm getting close. Sometimes you can even see the dropping rig in the sounder as well. Here we go. Yep. Yep. What do we got? Oh. Long wind up. What do we got? Here's the leader. Oh, it's a reasonable snapper. Oh, float lining. That's, you know, good eating size on the 50 centimeters, so yeah, that's all right. Happy with that one. Well, that's it for me, guys. I think that's it. I'm going to head back. I'm going to maybe do a little bit of trolling on the way in because the water's so nice and blue today. See if there's anything. I haven't had much luck on the trolling on the skirts recently, but I'll give it a go for a bit. Thank you very much for coming back to the channel. This will probably be my last video for 2024. For those of you who have been along for the ride all year and maybe some of the previous years, thank you very much for being a subscriber of the channel and supporting it. I've got well over 150 videos now, and for those of you who are new to the channel, there's something there I'm sure you'll enjoy. Some good catches, some good technique that works for us, and a lot of good times generally. So that's it for 2024. On to 2025. My favourite time of year is probably January till, well, April, May. The fishing is always good around here. Weather's good. The sun comes up a bit later, so I don't have to get up so early to catch first light, and we normally see a bit more of the pelagic action. So look forward to some more videos in 2025. Thanks again for all your support, as I said, in 2024, and I'll see you later.